roomcode.com and enter your room code.
Hey, what up, cuzzo? We're gonna try this again. Last time I tried on the 4th of July, and that was not the best strategy. I mean, I should have known that wasn't gonna work, but it's worth a shot. You never know. But today's a Monday. Hopefully people are home from work, wanting to wind down, get some laughs in, play some What the Dub. So, oh, okay. All right. I mean, yeah, of course, safety first, then teamwork. And if you know where I got that quote from, then not only are we cuzzos, we're best friends. Even if you don't know where that quote is from, we could still be best friends. But we're definitely best friends if you know where I got that quote from. Safety first, then teamwork. It's from a movie that is one of my guilty pleasures. It's a silly ass movie. That's all I'm gonna say for now. So hopefully I can get at least 2 people. Oh, I thought I joined. What happened? Oh, it kicked me. Why did it kick me? Yep. That's where it's from. You got it, Limes, guys. That's exactly where it's from. Safety first, then teamwork. Yeah, that movie's one of my guilty pleasures. Is it a great movie? No. But it is an entertaining movie. You know, it never won Oscars or anything like that. Hey, what up, Texas Baddie? If you want to play, all you got to do is hit the link, put in the room code, which right now is funny, is actually SLAM, SLAM. And I can't do links from this is on the PlayStation. So anyways, but yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, if you hit the link that I pinned and you put in the code and all that, first off, the name you put on there, because it asks for a name, is going to show up on the stream. So if you want to play, but you don't necessarily want people to know that it's you, you could put a decoy name. All I ask is that you don't use racial slurs or anything like that. You know, use common sense. Also, nobody will be able to hear you. Like, you're not going to be able to talk to me. I'm not going to be able to talk to you. If you got background noise going on, it's not going to come on through the stream. So you don't have to worry about a hot mic going on. You know, this is purely for entertainment purposes. You know, so, I've been told that people like this game. You know, and, yeah, it's a lot of fun, but I can't do it by myself. Like I need at least two people. There's a maximum of 6 that can play. Doesn't cost you anything. Like I paid for the game. All you got to do is hit the link, put in the room code. Like I said, don't dox yourself and don't troll me using racial slurs or anything crazy like that in your screen name. And yeah, we'll just have a good time. So, but yeah, there's when I do a when I do a live from the PlayStation 5, there's not a way for me to like drop a link for somebody to hop on the panel. The only way that I know of that you would be able to like jump on the stream is you would have to join my PlayStation party. Then we could talk and you'll come through on the live. There is also a way to use Discord, but I haven't been able to figure that out. I tried to one day and nobody could hear. Vacay Bay was helping me out that day and I could hear her, but nobody in the audience could hear her. So I do want to figure that out because, well, for one, that will allow people to, kind of do like a panel like you would on StreamYard, just without using StreamYard. But not only that, there's some of these games where you want to be able to have that verbal communication. So, but that's not how this game works. This game, you're just trying to be funny. You just type in subtitles on your phone. It'll do text to speech, and everybody votes on which one they thought was the funniest. It's that simple. Like, if you ever played like Cards Against Humanity, it's kind of like a similar kind of way that you play that game, except you don't have cards. You're like they basically play like a clip. There's a part where you have to add your own dialogue, and you just try to be funny. So, but yeah, a lot of people like What the Dub. There's another game that I have called Hearsay that is pretty fun, but what sucks is I can't switch from this to another game. Like, I have to literally end the stream. I've tried to do it where I tried to see if there's a way to do it without ending the stream, but even if I just go and switch games without ending the stream, it ends the stream anyways, and I gotta start a new stream. Hey, how's it going here for the show? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so hopefully I can get at least 2 people to play. Now, I did have a panel on Saturday. That was a very interesting live. Rob, if you happen to be listening, just want you to know I didn't set you up. But yeah. But if you want to know what transpired, all you got to do is look at my live from the 4th of July. I've been told that it was pretty entertaining. Rob was telling his side of his story of how he died and came back to life. And it was all pretty kosher up until Illis jumped on the panel and she tried to, she was trying to tell her story, and then he disrespected her, and then it never recovered from that. it stayed in that direction for the remainder of the life. Which is funny because, well, it's not funny that she got disrespected. Let me make that clear. That part wasn't funny. No, that was on Saturday night. Yesterday is when we did the Jedi podcast, which that was fun. Check out the Jedi's channel. That's on his channel. No, this was Saturday night. So yeah, let me just make it clear. The part that's funny is not that Rob disrespected Ellis. That part was not funny. Just the way that things transpired, I have to admit, was kind of funny. You know, the way she cussed him out, and then the way that it went after Jedi jumped on, you know, it was interesting. So yeah, if y'all are interested, you know, check out that live. It's up. It's the last live I did before this one on this channel. Like I said, we did the Jedi podcast last night, but it wasn't on my channel. It was on Jedi. So, you know, if you were to go to my lives, you know, it's fairly easy to find. But yeah, I mean, as for this live, hit the link. Put in the code. It's easy to remember. SLAM. SLAM. I've never seen a code like that. Usually it's just random letters while the person coming back. Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't believe him. You know, and to kind of give some context, him and Jedi were friends before the alleged death. I'm going to say alleged. I'm not saying whether I believe it or not. I'm just going to say the alleged death. And they were friends. They had like how I'm Jedi's co-host for the Jedi podcast. Rob was his co-host for their show. I forget what it was. It might have been just the boxing podcast, because that was back when there was a lot more to talk about with boxing, unlike now. But they did one episode, and then that's when Rob had allegedly passed away. Sometime after that first episode, before they could do a second. So yeah, and basically, you know, a lot of us did tributes to him. I did one, Jedi did one, and a few other people did. You know, there was a few people who did some tributes to him, and I believe mine is still up. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think it is. But anyways, one day I go live. I don't remember what the live was about. And Drunk Irishman was in my chat, and he's like, Rob is back. And I was like, Quantum Rob? He said, yeah, he's back. He sent me a link to BD8, which is the boxing debate arena. And yeah, he was on their panel. So ever since Jedi found out about that, he's been very mad at Rob. And I think it's understandably so, you know, just the way that everything played out. If you think that he played you, yeah, the same name and everything. He's never changed his name. And I even told him on Saturday, you know, how things played out. when I found out. Well, I mean, when I found out is when that's when the news broke that he had allegedly passed away. Like there was a charity stream going on at the time for another person in the boxing community. His son was in the hospital, and he's not in the United States. He's in a country where if you don't have the money and you don't have the insurance, they don't treat you. Oh my goodness. So, all right, I'm just reading the chat. So anyways, so there was a guy in the community at the time. His name was D. Jefferson. He went by D. Jefferson. D. Jefferson was doing like a charity stream to raise money for another person in the boxing community, for his son, so that he can get the treatment he needed in the hospital. So, and it was successful. If I remember correctly, the goal was $18,000, and we exceeded that. So kudos to the boxing community for pulling together. I can honestly say there was people who didn't get along who banded together to make this happen. So that was a very positive thing. And it is. I want to say D. Jefferson was live for like 45 days before he finally ended the live, because he was like, I'm not ending this live until we have the money for Mateo, which was the little boy's name. So, but during that long live, that's when Rob's profile showed up and said, they put a comment saying, "This is Rob's brother. I'm here to let everybody know that Rob passed away." And and we didn't see Rob for 2 years. 2 years later is when he showed up, and and he even said, he's like, there's a lot of people who hate me. I don't hate Rob, but I could definitely understand people who are not happy with him. And so that's basically the short version of the story. But yeah, I want to play this game if people will join. It's like I said, people, they really like it when they, but I need to have enough people to get it started. Last time we were able to we had like 5 people total. Well, 4 if you don't count me, but I was playing too. Excuse me. I mean, he seems to be all right. I mean, so this is the one where they play like a video clip, and you have to add like your own dialogue. So usually there is some dialogue there for you to work with, and then they'll put like one of the people on screen on mute, and they're like responding to something that the person said. So everybody who plays, you type in what that person is saying, and then what it'll do is it'll play it with the subtitles, but it also does text to speech. And basically you're just trying to be funny. And then every round, the players vote on which one they thought was the funniest. The game is set up where you can't vote for your own. So you can't just be like super competitive and vote for your own every time. It doesn't allow you to. So you can only vote for the other ones. Also, people in the audience can vote if they choose to. which that makes it interesting because they're not playing, they're just voting. So that's, those are completely unbiased votes. And they are unbiased because it never lets you know who put what, so when you're voting, you're completely oblivious as to who. I mean, unless you know the person so well that you know how they would, what kind of language they would use in their subtitles or their dialogue or whatever. Unless you have like that kind of connection with that person, there's no way for you to know. Like, I'll give you an example. Whenever Brandon plays, he doesn't really play the game. He promotes his channel. He mentions his friend Slick, or he'll mention like these weird gaming terms, and they don't really go with anything that's going on the game. So I always know that that's Brandon, But yeah, it's a lot of fun if I can get the game started. I also have a trivia game. Who won the trivia? Oh, Lime Skies won. She actually did really well. She knew a lot of that stuff. But those trivia games, they always throw in stuff that is very specific. Anyways, I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna go on mute for a second. I gotta do something. It's not gonna be long, but I'm not gonna be talking for like, maybe 30 seconds to a minute. Real quick before I go on mute, that comment that shout out to Stone Cold ET, by the way. That comment that Stone Cold ET just put, that's a reference to Brandon. He said, how many subs would you get? That was a question that Brandon used to ask. He probably still would if you give him the opportunity. But yeah, I'm gonna go on mute. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. But yeah, that was a reference that what Stone Cold ET put. That was definitely a reference to Brandon. Brandon would always ask these questions, and it was like the same series of questions, or he'll give you like a scenario, and he'd be like, what would you do if blah, 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 he'd just come up with some weird scenario and be like, what would you do? What would I do? It's like, Brandon, I can't tell you what you would do. Tell me, what would you do? But he always used to do that, or he would, or what if you had Terrence Crawford on your panel? And I'd be like, oh, that'd be great. I'd be ecstatic. I'd be happy. How many subs would you get? So that's why Stone Cold ET put that. Oh, there's Manteca. There's always a Manteca on these. So I only need one more person to join. So hopefully I can get that, and then we can get this started. But yeah, those were the days. Yeah. But yeah, it's always interesting when Brandon decides to join these games because he never plays them right. It's like I said, he's always mentioning his friend Slick. He's always, putting like, I don't know, I don't think he means to do it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this game started.
Welcome to what? Round one.
Now, friends, I'm just an average American. Now, friends, I'm just an average American.
What are you waiting for? Enter your dub.
All right, I got mine in there. Yeah, so when I'm putting in my stuff, I always get quiet because I'm focusing on whatever it is I'm typing. The other thing is proofread, because if you have a typo, it's not gonna come out the way that you want it to. But yeah. And if you don't want to play, but you want to vote, all you have to do is hit the link and put in the code SLAM.
Who does the bare min?
Now, friends, I'm just an average American.
Now let's get money and fuck bitches.
Now, friends, I'm just an average American.
Racist.
What? Or don't. The choice is yours.
Okay. Oh yeah, if you're trying to chat while playing, I don't think there really is a way to chat while playing. Yeah, you're just trying to be funny. That's all it is.
Out of time.
Like sometimes people would try to come up with, hold on.
Look who's stinking up the joint. Wowza. You're a certified dreamboat. Yowza.
So I put the link. Let me pause this real quick.
Round two.
It won't be long. So what you do is you hit the link that I pinned, and then you put in the room code, which is SLAM. It might ask you for your name. I don't think it will because you're just the audience. It'll just say audience, and then it'll pop up on the screen when it's time to vote.
These boys greet their dad as though they are genuinely glad to see him. These boys greet their dad as though they are genuinely glad to see him.
Show him you're not just a pretty face. Enter your dub. Hurry up.
Think I hear fireworks.
These boys greet their dad as though they are genuinely glad to see him.
But really they don't give two shits about their dear old dad.
These boys greet their dad as though they are genuinely glad to see him.
Kyle secretly planning to take him out.
What did you think was the best? Vote!
Hopefully next round we'll be able to get more people.
Pardon my French. You suck. You're as fit as a butcher's dog, kid. Way to go!
I gotta check something real quick. I will be right back. Hey, what up, Grandma Fluffy? Sorry. I heard some noise and I had to check and make sure everything was kosher.
Next up is the final round.
Well, I can't afford not to go along with you, but let me tell you one thing. Well, I can't afford not to go along with you, but let me tell you one thing.
Time to shake the world, kid. Enter your dub.
But yeah, hey Grandma Fluffy, thank you for stopping by. Hope you're having a good day. Also hope that your 4th of July went well. I know you had quite the shindig going on over there.
You're almost out of time.
Well, I can't afford not to go along with you, but let me tell you one thing.
I missed it.
What?
Well, I can't afford not to go along with you, but let me tell you one thing.
I also can't afford for you to grab my cock.
Round's over. Let's vote. You're almost out of time. You're a sight for sore eyes. Yikes. Kid, you're slicker than snot on a doorknob. High score! And here's our winner! You're as fit as a butcher's dog, kid. Way to go! Better luck next time, ankle biter.
I don't know why the game has to like single out the person.
Losers, please take a moment to admire the winner's brilliance.
All right.
New faces, new clips.
So yeah, that's how the
great
game
dubs.
is.
Welcome, folks.
That's how it's played. YZYS. YZYS is the room code. Yeah, and here for the show, if you want to vote and you want to make sure you don't play, you just wait till the game gets started. That's all. Once the game gets started, you hit the link, put in the room code, and then you can just vote if that's what you want to do. We'll see if we can get another one going. I know Lime Skies was driving. You know, some people, the game thing isn't their thing, but if you have enough people, there's bound to be enough people to at least get a game started, you know. I remember back in the day, I used to go on Twitch looking for Jackbox, and I would just play on my phone. The ladder, yep. Fluffy must be on the roof, chilling. So if I can't get another game going, I might do a panel. I might do a new stream with a panel. We shall see. You don't have the attendance span. Hey CC, hope you're doing well. Yeah, I think like I like what Lady Letitia does. That's probably like the perfect thing for you here for the show. How Lady Letitia does it, because you're not. Hey, how's it going, boxing learner? Oh, well, happy birthday if it's your birthday. If it's not, happy birthday to whomever it is their birthday. But yeah, Lady Letitia's, hers are like not as interactive, which is better for some people. It depends on the viewer. Some people want to be more hands-on. This is better for those people. For people who they rather just do something in the chat. Okay. Well, happy belated birthday and happy birthday to. I didn't catch it because the comments can be a little weird on the PlayStation, But happy birthday to, I'm assuming your husband. If it's not, whoever, whatever child or whomever it is, happy birthday to them. But yeah, for somebody who wants to actually like participate more hands-on, this is better. For somebody who would rather just kind of passively participate by just typing in the chat, Lady, that, I don't know the name of that game that Lady Letitia does, but that's perfect for those people, And I like to go there and participate in that. When she does it, I do that. But yeah, I might, if I can't get another game going, I might do a panel and see how that goes. So, I know Polo, Illis, Vampy, they all... Oh, okay. Hubby, okay. Well, yeah, happy birthday to your husband. You're very welcome. Yeah, CC is great. She's one of the sweetest people. Right, hit the link and I put the code. Yeah. I had fun doing TKO with Vampy and Lime Skies. Like, everybody was loving the owl drawing that I did. Although the owl didn't win. Batman won. It was Batman and it said Kiki Kaka. I'm curious how those shirts look, because you can literally buy those that like any shirt that was in the game. Yeah, it was hilarious. And I have another drawing one that it works kind of similar. Is just it's just not shirts. But yeah, TKO, that's a pretty fun one. Oh, okay, Grandma Fluffy. Well, you got my prayers. I hope you feel well soon. Please take care of yourself. We love you, Fluffy. You're funny, Cece. But yeah. All right. Yeah, go get checked out, but I am praying for you. Whatever it is, may you be healed, may it be not so serious. Whether it be something that they could just give you a pill or whatever, Because sometimes, yeah. Sometimes, like, if you have, like, water, fluid in your lungs, that can make it hard to breathe. And really, a lot of times, it could be as simple as just taking water pills. And they might tell you to, well, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I did have somebody who had a lung issue in my life. I know. The typos get me too, Grandma. But yeah, you know, I will definitely keep you in my prayers. You've always been nothing but a sweetheart to me, Grandma Fluffy. So I hope you get well soon. Yeah, it's I'm sure I believe it. Whatever it is, it can be treated. Just get checked out tomorrow and follow the doctor's orders. Doesn't have to be like it's a serious thing, but the solution can be simple. Yeah, much love, Grandma Fluffy. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this live. I'll go ahead and kick off a StreamYard. Oh, that's so sweet here for the show. So yeah, I'm going to kick off a StreamYard stream. See if anybody wants to jump on the panel. If Brandon shows up, I'll just have to let him know it's open panel, it's not open discussion. Because all he'll do is ask me a bunch of irrelevant questions and he'll plug his channel and all that stuff. Which, I mean, I'm surprised he's not in the chat. Maybe he might be upset with me because of what I said, but, like, a lot of other people wouldn't allow you to do that, and they'd be a lot more stern. I wasn't stern. I gave a lot of grace in the way that I explained to him that I just don't want him going to each individual person trying to get them to subscribe to his channel. Make one general statement saying, hey, I have a channel, please check me out, and that's it. It's going to be up to them whether or not they're going to subscribe. You're doing GoldenEye 64 content. It's a very specific person is looking for that content. More than likely, it's going to be slim to none in my chat who is interested in that. So I had to be blunt with him, but I think I was kind in my delivery. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to end this. Y'all take it easy. I'll kick off a StreamYard and see if anybody wants to come up and chat. Take it easy.